What's that? Who there? Whoa.
So if you had to write a startup manifesto with 5 of the most important key lessons or pitfalls to avoid when starting out, what would they be?
Okay, one, don't start a business for money. Don't start a venture-backed business for money. That's a pitfall. I don't know if everyone agrees with this. I never believed that was true. Like a lot of my mentors were like, "Don't do it. Don't start a business for just money." And then I've seen enough of my friends start businesses for money, and they haven't kind of worked out, or they've been kind of a slog, and they just regret it. And I'm just really glad that I feel affinity for Branch's mission. I think if I didn't, it would make the pandemic and the pivot and everything we've endured so much harder. So do it because of some intrinsic reason. You like businesses. You just like businesses. You like building things, or you like. There are reasons that exist that aren't money, that don't have to be about the mission fully. But that's one. Two, I would say, just ensure that you're aligned with your co-founders. I think following that framework I articulated, be on the same page with your values, with your goals, with the ways your skills will complement each other. Again, just really, really grateful that I feel super aligned with my co-founders, and I've seen it work out the other way, and it's just not fun. Three, I would say this is a new lesson. This is something that I wish I'd learned, or I would apply going forward. Think about distribution first, or a very close second. Design your product around it having some clear way to distribute, and moreover, a channel where ideally you are getting some economies of scale, or your marginal cost of acquisition can decline over time. So don't be a typical D2C business. Don't do that. Start whatever it is. Maybe you have taken advantage of some secular change in how acquisition channels work. So if you're Wayfair in 2010, sure, use SEO and grow your business that way. Or maybe you have something, a business with inherent virality or whatever it is. There's blog posts about that. But just have a theory on distribution. Don't let that be an afterthought. Let that be a driver of your idea and why it feels viable to you. Four, I would say is I think this relates to things we talked about, but go deep before you go broad. Again, that's more of a classic. I'm not really saying anything new there, but I would just say I feel that more than ever now. Just start with one problem and one set of things that you're making, and then scale it out category by category. Don't go too broad. I think the last thing is just every 6 months, I would reevaluate your alignment with what you're working on. And if something is speaking to you in your mind, you don't feel like you're enjoying it, or you're feeling burned out, just get to the root of why that is. Maybe it's because you're not aligned with your co-founders. Maybe it's because you've drifted from the mission. But just check in with yourself every 6 months and just keep that flame going. You owe it to everyone. You owe it to your investors. You owe it to your team. But sounds woo-woo, but I would do it by journaling. Just journal and just make sure you're always in tune with why you're building this business.